I'm Lori. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do something really cute. We're actually going to take some Mardi Gras mesh and we're going to use the petal turned sideways. So I've seen this done by several people, namely Julie's Wreath Boutique, and I thought it would be really fun to try this with Mardi Gras ribbon. So I am going to wood burn the edges of the Mardi Gras ribbon because the Mardi Gras mesh. And I'm going to burn it because you want your edges to be really nice. So I'm going to pan down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so when you're going to wood burn, you're going to need a wood burner. These are pretty inexpensive and you need a tempered glass. Cutting boards work fine. Just make sure they're smooth. So what I do on my cutting board is I mark with a permanent marker where my 10-inch is. So I want 10-inch pieces. And so I can just use that mark, and with the wood burner you just pull it down and let that wood burner sends the edges as it's cutting it on its way down. Okay, so you can see how nice those edges are. So that way they're not going to fray. Because we're going to be seeing the side, you really don't want to see those frays. So generally what I do is if I'm going to make some projects with the wood burning tool, I'll just get all my mesh out at once and go ahead and cut everything. And then I don't have to keep pulling the wood burning tool out. Just kind of saves me a little time. I do like to keep my wood burning tool in my hot shot because they will burn everything in their path, so be careful. So I'm going to cut up this mesh and then I'm going to show you how we're going to make this. So these supplies came from Festive Creations by Stephanie. And there'll be a link for it in the description. We're also going to use a Dollar Tree wreath frame. Okay, so I've gotten quite a few done. We're going to be using the little 8-inch frame from the Dollar Tree. This comes in a packet of 2. And we're going to use some small zip ties. Now, you can use whatever size you want. These are about 6 inches. And we're going to make a petal, but we're going to turn it sideways. So you want to take your 2. This is your square, okay? This is the factory edge, These are the burnt edges. You want to take one in the middle from each side. Gather it up, right? So just like the basic petal, but what you're going to do is you're going to put one on top of the other, and this is the side that's going to show. All right, so then all you have to do is just gather it down here at the bottom and zip tie it on. So I'm going to just kind of clip it while I get my zip tie ready, okay? But you can kind of preload your zip ties so that it's ready. Okay, so the important thing is to remember that you want to attach it so that that side is showing. Okay, so I'm just going to slip it in that zip tie. I am using the middle bar. But you can see, very important to have that side up. Okay, so I'm going to load a couple in just so I'm not trying to do it as I am putting them on. You could also use pipe cleaners if you don't want to use zip ties. Okay. All right, so petal, right? Petal, we usually just kind of stretch it. We put 2 in the middle, right? So you end up with almost like a leaf. gather it up, fold one on top of the other. So you're basically twisting it to get it on top. You want them to lay on top of each other. Then just gather it right there, that little amount. Okay. So see how I have it just kind of gathered right there? Okay. Put it in, tie it on. There we go. See how that looks? That's very cool with that little outer edge there. All right, let's do it again. So all you're doing is taking your pieces and put them in the middle. Gather that up. Flip it across. Okay, this is just like we made the petal recently. Then you're just going to take this little piece at the bottom, slip it into your wreath. Make sure that side is showing, that side part. Okay, just push it over and clip it off. So you can see how it's got the side part. All right, so let's do a couple others, and then I can do the majority of it off camera. Okay, so bring the two pieces in the middle together, gather it up, push it on top. So you can see the factory edge here is what's showing on our little curves. Okay, whoop, I forgot to load this. Don't forget to load your zip tie. Or you'll be like me trying to do it. Okay. Whoop. Okay. There we go. I get a couple on. Okay, so make sure that side is what you want to see, and you want to see the factory edge. So make sure that you have the factory edge up and that it's that side part. Then just tie your zip tie. Okay, clip it off. There we go. We're just going to keep going all the way around doing this. I'm not really sure how many I'm going to need in a section. I'm kind of suspecting maybe like 10, but we'll see. So that's 4 of them. Okay, so you see if you have it laying like a square, you just take one end, pull it in, the other end, pull it in, kind of overlapping each other. Okay, twist. So you can make sure you have that edge, that factory edge up. Then I just kind of pull my finger out, put it down. All right. So the part we cut is actually going to be on the bottom, so you might not really see it that much, but it is important that it's wood burned because you don't want it to fray. Ooh, that's pretty from the bottom too. Alright, so edge to edge, gather it up, flip it over. That's your factory edge right there. That's the one we want. Just kind of pinching it in a ball there and tightening it down. Just like that. Then push it over. Isn't that pretty? That is super pretty. I think this is going to look so cool, like kind of feathers maybe. So let's go ahead and finish this section and then I'll do the rest and come back. If you want to put, you can do this on the outside. You could also do 2 layers, but I think I'm just going to do the 1 layer and I'm going to do the middle. Okay. see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I suspected 10, so let's put one more on. And that's because I have them going sideways. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3 sections. Okay. All right. Pinch, pull across. See, we have that little edge showing. Like that. This is even going to be pretty from the back. Okay. Tie it on. Then just kind of push it over. Okay. We'll do 3 more and then I'll do the rest off camera. All right, so meet in the middle, pinch up, pull across. So see how you have that little edge right there? See, there's the factory edge. Now I just take my finger out, gather this into a little ball, and put it on. We might need more than 10. So we'll get through this first section so we can see how many we need. And then I can finish the rest. All right. And I will tell you at the end how many I used. But I do have 2 rolls of this mesh. I don't think I'll use all of the 2 rolls. Okay. There we go. All right. Well, I don't know. It may be 10. Over. We've got our little edge right there. Yeah, I think 10 is good. Okay, so I'm going to plan on doing 10 in each section. And then we are going to cover the center. All right, so I'm going to go and keep doing this. And then as soon as I'm done, I'll come back and we'll start decorating it. Okay, so we've gotten the whole thing together. Look how cute that is. There's a lot of ways you could really cover the center. You can use, you know, ribbon. You could glue it on. You could weave it in between. But I just want to make this super simple and just fun. So I just grabbed the sign that I really like, and I'm just going to put it in the center. I really just want to see these little sideways flowers, petals, and I just really like this. Okay, so I just got a Mardi Gras sign, and I'm just going to take a metal hole punch. I'm going to punch the bottom and the top. Okay. And then just take some 26 gauge wire. Then I'm just going to take this and put it through the hole. Then I just meet the ends up just to kind of double it up. I twist it at the base just to keep it on there and keep it from moving. You could also use yarn in here. You could use these little gold balls and just put those around. You could use beads. There's just a ton of things you could do if you didn't want to use a sign. I really wanted to use a sign. So this sign says beads and bling. It's a Mardi Gras thing. I'm just going to take the wire. I'm just going to go right in between the petals here. And I'm just going to tie it right here. Even from the back, it looks kind of cool. Right, so it has the gold. You can see the gold, a lot of the gold from the back. I think it's pretty even from the back. There we go. You could cover the back if you want to. I don't really think I need to, but you absolutely can if you feel more comfortable. Felt works, ribbon works. So I've got it all tied on. Alright, so let's pull it up and take a look at it. So see, it covers all of that mechanics. Okay. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so just kind of make sure my sign is in the middle. Look how cool that is. I love it with all these little petals. I just think these are fun. Okay. So you may have to just kind of move them just a little if they get kind of stuck on each other. But it looks so cute. I love this. I think this is just really fun and something different to do. Okay, so as I was taking pictures, I noticed something. So I thought I'd give you one more little idea. On the back, it looks really pretty. So you can actually, so let's make sure they're kind of lined up, but we're going to put a sign on the back and make it a reversible. Okay, so I'm just going to punch a hole in the sign. Okay, and I'm going to add some rustic wire onto this as a hanger. So I'm just going to get a piece of rustic wire. Okay, this is going to help me figure out where to put that sign. So I want to make sure I have it on the top. So I'm just going to kind of twist it around itself here. Okay. So I'll know the top of my sign needs to be up here. Alright, let's make sure we have it in the right place. Okay, right there. Alright. Then I'm going to take some of my 26 gauge wire. So even if you had a glass door, this would look really cool because it would look like a completed design from both sides. You could also hang it somewhere in your house so that you could see both sides. Okay. All right, so I do have a different sign. I wanted more like greens and purples on this side. Really, both sides kind of have that. But this has some gold in it, so it will kind of bring that out. We do have multiple signs for Mardi Gras, so just kind of look to see what you could find. Okay, let's check one more time. Yes. All right, so I'm going to kind of move it so I can see a little bit of what I'm doing. I'm going to get both ends started before it gets tight, so that I'll be able to continue it. There we go. Okay. All right, so see, it's going to fit right over that frame. I could just kind of run it around the bottom. I'm going to get one side done pretty well. Okay. There we go. Okay. Then I'm just going to tuck that wire up under the sign. Keep it in place. All right. Okay, and then with this one, I tighten it. Okay, and make sure it's on there tight. I'm going to put it through one more time. You could even tie it on the sides just to keep it tight so it won't move. I do think it will stay close enough, but look at that. Okay, let's look at it. So this is the back, this is the front, okay? So even if you had it in your house and it was kind of spinning back and forth, that is really cool. That's really fun. So that's kind of a fun thing to do with kind of a design like this. So I hope this gives you some ideas or something. So this would be really cool if you had this on a glass door and you could see this from the back and then this from the front. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Make sure to like and subscribe and come back and hang out with us when we're live next. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all. So I did record just a tiny little video of it hanging in my hallway so you could see how you could make it and use it reversible.